Hi, it's Martin Seville, empowerment coach, and this week is an exciting week. At the end of last week, I sent a couple of posts, a couple of videos that talked about me sharing my story this week. Now, the big question really is, why should you spend any time listening to my story? Let's face it, you are busy enough. Why do you need to spend what will be probably up to about 25 minutes, chunked into 3, so all under 10 minutes long, over Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and at the weekend I'll post the whole thing so it's in its entirety. Why should you spend that time listening to me drone on? Great question. The answer to that question is, if you are a financial services manager, just like I was, if you are a manager in another industry, but you're under all that stress and that overwhelm, and you've got all those responsibilities and that regulation and process and culture and systems, if that's you, if you just set up a business and the thing that brings all these people together is you are stressed and you are overwhelmed and it's not just a little blip, it's actually been going on for quite some time. If that is you, I'd love you to be watching this. And the reason for that is because, yes, I'm going to tell you about my story and I'm going to divide it up into different stages as my mentor, Ted McGrath, taught me. So we're going to talk about a call, which is the lead into your story. We're going to talk about pits, the challenges. We're going to talk about the search, which is when you're face down in the mud and then you get up and you figure out what are you going to do next? How are you going to get out of this situation? And then we're going to talk about empowerment and enlightenment and breakthroughs. It's going to be inspiring. I'm talking about my story, but really, I'm talking about your story. Because there are going to be parts in my story that you're going to say, that sounds like me. Yes, that's how I feel. Yes, that's how it is for me. There's going to be parts in the story you're going to say, I do not want to reach that point. I want to avoid that at all costs. And there's going to be other points and you're going to say, that's how I want to feel. I so want to feel like that every day, not how I'm feeling right now. So I'm telling you my story, but it's reflecting your story. And I want you to hear this and to understand that you have a choice. You can change. You don't have to keep going through life like you are at the moment, stressed and overwhelmed all the time, working all the time, feeling guilty all the time. You don't have to do that. And it's going to start with just a short amount of time within this week, listening to a story that hopefully is going to resonate and inspire you to be honest with yourself and get the courage to reach out for some help and to try things a little bit differently. That's the why, and I can't wait to share my story with you. Thank you ever so much.